Hello, this is Einar from Unity Center, and once again we are lucky to have Daniel Mitel on a visit. He has been having courses here, coming back in May, and we have lots more to talk about. Last time we talked a little bit about his background, a bit about the heart, how important the heart is and how we think with the heart and everything. So that's in the video number 1. This time we're going to talk about Ascension. It's a little bit interesting stuff here. So Daniel, welcome back. And if you want to talk about a little bit about Ascension, what is that?
Einar, thank you very much for inviting me here. I'm really honored to be here in Oslo in Unity Center. Einar, he is the soul of this beautiful place where a lot of masters, a lot of teachers are coming and are helping Norwegian people here. Ascension is a very important subject, and I would say it became a little bit a sort of fashion. All the people are talking today about Ascension. We have to understand very well what means Ascension first. Drunvalo Melchizedek, he explains very well what Ascension means, and I will use some of things what he talks about Ascension. First, we have to understand Ascension is not something what we do whenever we want. There is no such a thing. Ascension is a process that is decided by Mother Earth. People think even Buddha or Ranta or Jesus, they ascended whenever they wanted. That is not true. We have to understand this body is given by Mother Earth. It's written in the Bible. From dust we come, in dust we go. You don't take this body out of this planet whenever you want. That's not happening. Mother Earth decides how that happens. There is the energy come from the sun, Father Sun, which is transmuted by Mother Earth and triggers in your DNA a specific process which increases your vibration, and you can do ascension. I'm talking about physical ascension. So we have really to understand first the definition of ascension. Drunvalo Melchizedek, he said even something more interesting, and I agree completely. Thousands of years ago, it's written in the Bible, fall. The people fall from that high dimension, high place, they fall here. They say darkness. Let's say in a lower dimension. Let's not use darkness. But what happened, in fact, the spirit was that time in the heart. The heart was a boss. The brain was a servant. But what happened when we fall in this polarity consciousness? The brain becomes the boss, took over, and the heart became the servant. And in that moment, it was a cut-off link. The heart was completely disconnected with the brain. So basically, when we think about ascension, basically, if we connect back the brain with the heart, and the heart start again to coordinate whatever we are doing, because we are in a world, the heart is not coordinating our activities. Yes. Let's face it. Look around what's going on, and you can see it's not the heart, it's the brain. So that in fact is the first step in ascension. People should understand. First, connection heart with the brain. The first and the most important step in ascension. And after that, ascension automatically comes because you increase your level of consciousness more and more and more and more. You do good deeds. Look, Dalai Lama, he is doing all these compassionate things. Look at all these masters all over the world. They do really good things. The more good things you do, after you connect the heart with the brain, the ascension becomes natural. And in one day, Mother Earth will give you, you know, when you pass with the car, a light traffic, green. Okay. You will have green. And you can decide if you still want to stay here or not. Let's remember Yogananda. Yogananda, he had green from Mother Earth 10 years prior for him to produce Mahasamadhi, conscious death, which he did, right? But he still had to stay here 10 years to produce the most important, one of the most important book of the humanity, the autobiography of a yogi. And he stayed this 10 years and he wrote this book. but he could ascend any moment he wanted to, because his body was ready. So we have to understand really what means ascension, because a lot of people are just use this word like an empty word. Ascension, I'm going to ascend. I had in Istanbul, I remember, a workshop, and one of the students, a lady, she has a lot of really good resource. She's owning some shops there. She said, I think I'm going to ascend whenever I want. I said, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter what it is in Mother Earth. When Mother Earth consider you are ready, that's going to happen. And after that, if you want to go, you go. If not, not. So we have really to understand the process of ascension, what means. And I really believe in the next couple of years, some people will be ready for ascension in their body. So I really believe that will happen.
But ascension in more easy terms, I still think it's a lot of people that doesn't know what they're talking about. Is it to ascend? Is it from go up from the third to the fourth dimension? Is that what you're talking about? Go up in new dimension? Is that ascending?
So we have to understand, all of us, we are going sooner or later to the fourth dimension. It's not a choice. When you die, actually you go in a third and a fourth octave of the fourth dimension. You can still go there in the fourth dimension through other two steps, ascension or resurrection. Jesus, he resurrected his body instantly after he was crucified, right? Sri Yukteswar, the teacher of Yogananda, he resurrected his body. Yogananda said he was in that hotel room when suddenly Sri Yukteswar appeared in front of him. So, dying, ascension, or resurrection, one of these things will come for each human on this planet, and we will arrive in the fourth dimension. I heard a lot of theories, people are talking, I'm going in the fifth dimension, sixth dimension. These are empty words. There is no such a thing. There is a natural process. If you want to go in the fifth dimension, you will go from the fourth to the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is beyond our understanding. We barely understand the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension is too much. The people who are going from the fifth dimension, you will never hear ever them speaking about, I'm going to the fifth dimension. They are coming here with a specific mission, with a specific task, and they are aware they are going back in the fifth dimension. They are aware they are in a three-dimensional body, and in the parallel they are aware about Mother Home, which is a fifth dimension. These people are rarely, probably you can count on your hands on this planet. So all these interviews and discussion out there about fifth dimension, I'm going, or sixth dimension, is just a joke. All of us will go to the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is beyond our understanding. It's so big and so powerful. It's light first. Are these planets which are already in the light form. Our planet is like you can compare with the children in the school. Our planet is like a girl which is in 8-9 years old. She is in elementary school. But there are planets which are planets in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimension, so on, which are in the high school, university, PhD, so on. But our planet is very young. We as human, we are this three-dimensional space where we live, and our planet also sooner or later will start the ascension. According with Mayan prophecy, it might happen any moment. The people don't understand. Last year I was talking with Don Pedro Pablo Chuk, the chief of Mayan elders, right? Never ever Mayan said that the end of the world is going to be on December 21st, 2012. They said there is a window of change which starts somewhere in 2009, 2010, the moment when Ascended Master finished the unity consciousness grid around the earth, right? And we finish around 2016. They said from this moment to this moment, in any second, Mother Earth might take a decision for ascension. If that happens, we have to be ready for big surprises. Basically, the whole whatever is made by humans, whatever is built by humans is going to dissolve. So what happens in your body is going to have a higher vibration. You'll become light. So a lot of people are asking themselves, okay, if I am living in this building as a 10th floor and the building dissolves, no, they are not going to fall because their body is going to be light. So nothing bad is going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen. If I don't want to say bad, but a lot of people will get afraid. And there in the fourth dimension, whatever you see around you, you create, nobody else. And if you start to create from fears, you will be destroyed and you'll come back to a planet on the third dimension, because remember, Mother Earth will not be here anymore. Mother Earth will be in the fourth dimension. So you have to choose another of these billions of planets inhabited in the third dimension, and you will be there. My personal opinion is, and I can see all over the world, that not too many people are humans from this planet. If you think, like 200 years ago, this planet had around 200 million people, and now we have more than 7 billions. You might have a picture what happened on this planet. I understand the expansion of Chinese and Indians and billions, but that still doesn't make the math. So I'm sure a lot of spirits, they came here on this planet to help for ascension, to help us. You, me, some other people came here just to do something. We have a job to do. So probably when ascension will happen, I think a small amount of beings will remain with this planet. I think the majority of people will go back where they are coming from. And there are a lot of places, Pleiades and Orion and Sirius, Aldebaran, Arcturus. There are thousands of fourth and fifth dimension places where people came here just to have an experience, and they want to go back after they can help. So I think the majority of the people are part of this category. So ascension might be also a go back home, we can say, you know. So, and I wanted to explain this about dimension because there is a lot of confusion out there. I see a lot of discussion online on YouTube about 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th dimension. People play with words. Let's not play with words. If somebody is ready to go in the 5th or 6th or 7th dimension, that person is a very, very high level. I heard groups, they are ready to go to the 5th dimension. That's not going to happen. Let's face it.
Maybe going to the 4th then.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. On this octave, 3rd or 4th octave of the 4th dimension, after you die, you go there. If you are ready, if your level of consciousness, people should understand. It's written in the Bible about hell. There is no such a thing as hell. Nobody takes you there to burn you because you've done wrong things. But there, you are exposed to your own acts, which means your level of consciousness will start acting function of the deeds and acts what you've done in this life. You will be exposed in front of your feelings, which is basically that can be hell. If your life was in such a way you've destroyed and you've done things, these things like feelings, like energies come back to you, which indeed is hell. For you, in that you are exposed, you don't have this body. In this body you go to sleep and you forget all, or you take a pill, or something happens and suddenly you don't remember. But there is no such a thing. You are light, pure light. You understand? So we have to understand. So we go in the fourth octave of the fourth dimension, and from there either we go further to further dimension, and our evolution goes, or we come back to one of these planets and we start again to do its karma, right? We were here thousands of lives. We start again and again and again until we learn what to do. If this is normal, if this is happening all over, it's an evolution. Ascension is not, when we talk about ascension, it's not just Mother Earth. When we talk about ascension, it's a long process. It's written there in holy books, until you will join the Father in so-called paradise, right? You will continuously go to evolution. Ascension goes from the 3rd to 4, 4 to 5, so you are in a continuous ascension process, continuous evolution. That is life. It's normal to be like that.
So karma is really a thing you have to take in consideration then.
Yes, I really believe for humans on this planet, especially after December 12, 2012, when we change from male energy to female energy, a lot of karmic things are, let's say, burned or destroyed. So a lot of karma, past karma, started to clean. That is the reason so many people are unhappy now, because this past lives energies, these past lives entrapments are coming now back, and they feel suddenly this energy. But in a way it's a good thing, because you clean it, you understand? So you clean and clean and clean, and you prepare yourself to go there, not to come back, to continue from there, not to come back again, to be born here, to go in this wheel of suffering and all this. So you go further.
You're talking about people are cleaning, but many people really don't do it. They take a pill to shut down the bad feelings.
I agree, and it's very important for us to understand something. And I like what Osho said, something really nice. We have to understand we are here to enjoy life. We take these things around us too serious. This role, Osho said he was in, I remember I read something really nice. Osho said he was in this house, one of his students. He was a big boss in this bank. And he went to prepare something in the kitchen, and his wife approached Osho, said, "Master, please, can you speak something with my husband, with Osho's student?" Osho said, "Of course, why not?" And she said, "Can you tell him that when he is in bed with me, he is not the chief of the bank?" So we take the life too serious, you know.
Yeah.
We are not chief of the bank all the time. I mean, if you have a job, do your job. It's like Osho start laughing, you can imagine. You know, let's not, we are actors in this life. Let's enjoy life, let's leave this coat away, and let's enjoy for a few minutes, for a few hours life. Exactly what you said. People take pills, people don't know to go to a spiritual center. And that's okay. But at least if you can stop each day, 3-4 times per day, from whatever you do, you work there at the computer, stop, 2 minutes, close your eyes, relax a little bit, go outside and see a bird eating, go and see the grass in the park, do something, just disconnect a little bit from this wheel, from these links which keeps you continuously, and you will understand. Don Pedro told me in December something so nice. He said, what a bird is doing when the bird is waking up each morning. She's singing. To whom? To universe, to God, right? What we are doing? We go in the kitchen, coffee, and we start, you understand? Even a small bird, an animal knows better than us. She goes there and she opens her small eyes, she moves a little bit her wings and starts singing to God. She is happy. She says thank you God in her voice, with her song. Thank you God, I'm here on this tree and I have 2 small babies here, and even a bird knows to do that, and we don't know. We are entrapped on, these are games, jobs, cars. It's like you think a child has a small car and we are like children.
Yes.
There is no difference between a child who plays with a car or you in your BMW. You are also playing.
Yeah.
You like that.
Yes.
Don't think it's a BMW and it's a big thing, serious. No, it's also a toy. So we have to stop and to start to reconnect with ourselves. I think this is really important.
Yes, I understood that this is very important, and I'm interested in spreading the news some way. But the people that doesn't know, most of the people on Earth now, they don't know something big is going to happen. They just, is that okay? When they suddenly are in the 4th dimension, or what happens then? Do they understand where they are, or do you think?
I would say everything is okay. each person has a level of consciousness, and this level of consciousness decide. Some people might remember instantly. Like a lot of my students, they ask me, what about my child? I said, don't worry about children. Children, they are naturally, their mind is in 4 dimensions. A child doesn't realize he's dreaming or it's reality. A child doesn't realize. If you ask a child in the morning why you are crying, the child is still crying for that toy from the dream. That is very important to understand. The child doesn't make difference. He or she woke up and there is a dream, and that small Barbie or that small car was in the dream. She cries, give me back that toy. So don't worry about children. The children naturally, they know what to do in the 4th dimension. We also instinctively will know what to do. People who are in the heart and they love and they understand unconditional love, they will naturally use love energy to stay there. They will naturally send love and light. People who are uncomfortable and they don't feel good, there is no problems. They will go back, they will start again, and they will take the life from A to Z on another inhabited planet. I think all things are good. I don't believe anybody will. Some of my students ask me, well, I'm going to be in the 4th dimension or 5th dimension, and my friend or my, don't worry about this. Or one of my friends told me, what I'm going to do with my children, and I look at him, I ask, which, I mean, you have in this life 2 children, but I saw in his past life he had around 1,000 children. I said, which one? You are talking about these children or the other 998? So I said, don't worry. All things are exactly how are supposed to be. I said, don't worry, things will be good. If it is for you to go back to start again, you will go back and you'll start again. If it is for you to go further, go further. Don't be scared. Enjoy life. Feel good. Try each day to enjoy life. Try to go outside a little bit. Do something, just relax. Go and eat an ice cream. Go and see a movie. Go and listen to the birds. Do something and feel good, you know. This is the best thing to do.
Yeah. A few other more stupid questions. We talked about in the beginning we came from 4th dimension down to the 3rd dimension.
That's it.
And is that what the Bible is talking about, Adam and Eve?
Well, Adam and Eve is a big subject. Adam and Eve are considered by the holy books the material son and daughter of God. On each planet, in one moment, it is sent a pair, very high developed, with high DNA, which are going to change the planet. Our Adam and Eve pairs, which were sent for this planet to increase the level of consciousness, unfortunately, they couldn't do much. The team which prepared the Garden of Eden, which is written in the Bible, and the Tree of Life, and all was prepared there, and is in this area where is now the Cyprus, and down there in Middle East, the Mesopotamia, right, all that area. They prepare all, but it was something which really affected the planet, which we call Lucifer Rebellion. When our planet, our planetary ruler, Caligasta, decided to join Lucifer Rebellion, our planet was completely cut off from any communication from galactic council. So when Adam and Eve came here, they effectively, it was a failure. We have to face it. And basically their mission to help us was not fulfilled. But the best thing we have to understand from this pair which came here, which there are very high developed, it is one thing. They were able to come here, and some, because they had a lot of children, Adam and Eve, some of their children remains here, and that happened around 30, in Urantia is written, it happened around 38,000 years ago, which I agree. In time, the things change from this pair. So even if they couldn't upgrade our DNA properly, and we are not very high developed like other planets, something happened, a change in the planet happened, which was continuously later by Inca, Aztec, Mayans, It was continuous later by the team which came prior Buddha, which was Lao Tzu, Confucius, Zoroaster, Buddha. So it was this big team which came around 500, 600 years prior Jesus, and the Ascended Master that came after. So I would say, in my opinion, Adam and Eve actually, they did a good job. It was not their fault. The planet was, it was how it was, and whatever happened, it was actually the result of, I would say, the Lucifer Rebellion, related with our planetary ruler, which was actually is not here anymore, who decided our planet to join this rebellion, which unfortunately cost our planet a lot. We're supposed to be much more advanced than we are here. Similar planets like Mother Earth, who didn't join this rebellion, they are much higher now. They are already in the 4th dimension, going almost to the 5th dimension. So the evolution went continuously, but we paid a big price, yes, unfortunately, and we still pay this price. Even Lucifer already was detained, and his main entities around were taken. The humans have inside polarities, and a lot of things what we are doing are the result of this rebellion, unfortunately.
This could be a whole new interview.
Yes,
So
probably.
we'll it's from there.
This is a big subject.
Yes, but very interesting. But if people are interested, can I look at your articles about these things? Or?
Yes, you are very welcome in my website www.danielmitel.com. You can find some articles, some interesting things about it. In Spirit of Math, I wrote also some articles about it, and you are very welcome. Interviews, thank you.
Yes. I have one more question. I know Drunvalo is talking about going from the 3rd to the 4th dimension. To have your body with you, you have to do this Merkaba thing. I don't understand what's the big deal about that, to have your body with you, or just be light, or what is he talking about?
Yeah, when Drunvalo speaks about this, he talks about something very important. The Merkaba, this counter-rotating field of light, when you activate, has a really important thing. It keeps your memory intact. So when you die, you can die in a conscious way, but if you die in a conscious way, you need around you this Merkaba, counter-rotating field of light. Or you can die in an unconscious way. Now, when you die in a conscious way, in a normal way, not about ascension I'm talking, your spirit goes up with the Merkaba and you remember all what you have done. So you die in a conscious way. You go in the 4th dimension in a conscious way. You see where you go, you are welcome there. When you die in unconscious, you just suddenly you are there. You might get scared and run back here. What Drunvalo is talking, he's talking about real ascension. If Mother Earth start moving, of course your body will start to, this body, right? The vibration will go up, and your real body will go there. What happens there, according with the Ascended Masters, you start, if you have a problem, you start to be more young, and if you have a problem with your leg, you will fix the leg because it's light, right? So you will be perfect. If you saw the picture with Ascended Master from the 4th dimension, are all beautiful. Saint Germain, Kutumi, they have blue eyes, they are young. In the 4th dimension, first thing what you do, you build yourself from A to Z. You are young, and so that happens. That Drunvalo is talking about. However, about the Merkaba, that was a very good question. We have to understand how important is this counter-rotating field of light, at least from this angle, the memory. It keeps your memory intact.
But you say also if you die in a normal way, you're also intact your memory.
When you die in a normal way, your memory is not there. You suddenly wake up in the 4th dimension. You have this time is called a void. When you move from one dimension to another, you are unconscious, and suddenly you are in the 4th dimension. You might get scared. The beings are different there, the light is different, and suddenly you are there. When you die in a conscious way, you travel your spirit in a conscious way, surrounded by Merkaba. You move from here to the 4th dimension, and you see exactly what's going on. You get there and you basically you cannot be scared once you do the step. You are not scared here to drive a car on the street, right? But imagine you start the car, and without knowing what happens, suddenly you are in front of your home and the car. Imagine how scared you would be not to remember what happened.
Yeah.
And that happens. That's I would say the big advantage of Merkaba. There are other advantages like solar flares, radiation. You can protect yourself. But from this point of view, I'm talking about dimension. It really helps. Really helps the Merkaba. All the great masters who went from here to the other dimension, all of them, they have the Merkaba. It's written in the holy books. Wheels between wheels, right? Elijah, when he came, it was this big fire coming from the sky, and it's written there, wheels amongst wheels. It was a Merkaba. Archangel Michael. A lot of people are talking about Archangel Michael, his wings. In fact, it's a very sophisticated Merkaba. He has here both sides. He has this sphere which rotates continuously. There is another sphere like this and one like this, because he has to move the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th dimension. Michael has to clean. He is a cleaner of the universes. Archangel Michael. He has to move simultaneously to other dimension. But when we saw him, because with our human eyes we cannot comprehend a Merkaba, these forms behind we saw like wings, and it remained like wings, which I love it. Let's say continuously has wings, but it's a very sophisticated Merkaba actually. Without this Merkaba, if you had the chance to read the Keys of Enoch, Hurtak is talking there. He was taken by Enoch in his Merkaba until one dimension, and from that dimension further Metatron came with a more sophisticated Merkaba, because Enoch couldn't go further. His level of consciousness couldn't go so far. So Metatron, Lord Metatron came and took Enoch, and in his Merkaba he went higher level. So the Merkaba is also a vehicle. You move from one dimension in a conscious way, right? So it's very important. But from your question, yes, it's important. It keeps your memory intact.
But most people on Earth, they don't know about this Merkaba at all. And
you will be surprised how many people know about Merkaba now. I was surprised to go even in countries where you don't even think Drunvalo books are going to be translated. And they know about Merkaba. It's written there in their history. They remember thousands of years ago it was this being coming in this sphere, wheels between wheels, and they of course they don't know maybe the word Merkaba. Also the word Merkaba, a lot of countries they claim belongs to them, like Egyptian. They said this belongs to them. Turkish, a lot of countries they said in Zulu they said also Merkaba. So in Hebrew you have Merhabach. So a lot of countries they claim the word belongs to them, but I don't believe the word belongs to any country.
But you mean when the day comes, when you normal people, then you mean that when the day comes, they in their higher self they remember what to do, or in their normal conscious, day-to-day conscious. I think most people on Earth they're not even so very spiritual.
That's true. So for this category, the only thing what will happen when they go in the 4th dimension is the love, unconditional love. A lot of people don't have a Merkaba. However, when they die and they go in the 4th dimension, because they were consistently good people, they love people, they did good things. Naturally, they didn't get scared when they saw these light beings around in the 4th dimension. They just asked, who are you, where I am? And they explained, you are here, and from here we take you over. And he looked down, he saw the planet, okay, I died and I'm here. And naturally they went to this process. Even if of course it's very good to have a Merkaba, but there are a lot of good people in this planet without Merkaba. And I really believe they can make it.
Because they're in their heart.
They are in their heart, yeah.
Yes.
The Merkaba still can help you a lot here on this body to avoid some I would say troubles, especially nowadays with the solar flares, and it's a lot of people have headaches. They get all these emotions, and they get upset and angry out of nothing. Suddenly you are happy, and suddenly it came this wave to you, because all these solar flares, when they come, they scan your body, if you don't have a Merkaba to go like that, and suddenly your emotional body start to rotate faster around you, and suddenly you became frustrated, or you became upset, or you don't know what to do, or you start speaking nonsenses. So that's also good for, especially now, to have this body of light activated around.
And this, you do these state teachings to learn people about this, and you're coming back in, I think it was May 2014. So
I will come back happy here. Thank you, Einar, for inviting me again, and I'm really happy to see big interest in Norway. We just visited now a beautiful store where they have all these books here in Oslo. And I spoke with the lady, the owner of this store, and I was so happy to see. Actually, I couldn't find one single book important which is not there. You find anything, starting with Anastasia and Drunvalo's books and Zaharia Sitkin and all Greg Braden, all what you want is there. So I'm so happy. I think it's an awakening happening here. So I will come here with big pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
And welcome back.
Thank you.